Jack, I'm on the opposite side of the center court or center stage area from where I believe you are located. And what I have in front of me is a yellow balloon. And that's being held by, I think, a little sleepy Crystal Small, and she's from Rayville. Hi, Crystal. Hi. You want to wave to the people? There she is. She's one of many. And what did you say the other one's name is?
Sandy Richard.
And you are from Bastrop.
Bastrop.
And are you Mrs. Small, or you're with Crystal, right? And you're from Rayville. Well, what have you seen so far, and what do you think?
It's beautiful. Just beautiful.
The size of it is...
It's great. Mm-hmm.
Jack, that's what we've heard all morning long that we've been out here. You can let the balloon go. Don't let it go, but it's just it's almost overwhelming, the size of them all. And as we have said so many times before, since about 6 o'clock this morning when people first started to arrive out here, I guess that should have given us our first clue that there really was going to be quite a crowd, because obviously it is. You could not move very far without encountering some obstacle. Jack?
Thank you, Ken. I can tell you that from my vantage point here in what I am going to call the main lobby directly in front of J.C. Penney's, I can tell you that everywhere I look, I see wall-to-wall people. Now, I have no idea how many people I'm looking at, because I have actually never been that good at counting noses anyway. I can only count to about 35, and I can tell you that there's a whole lot more noses than that I'm looking at. And I can also tell you that if you are going to wait, and I'm sure some folks are, you're going to wait until later, perhaps later today or tomorrow, Friday, or perhaps on Saturday or one day next week, to come out and see what the Herring Group and Architecture Plus and all of these fine store operators have created for you. I can tell you that you have got a real treat in store. And I have used the adjectives, I probably overused them all over, but in my number of years, I have seen a lot of things. And I can assure you that so far as a retail marketing complex is concerned, I have never seen anything like this. I never thought that I would see anything like this in the city of Monroe. In Dallas, perhaps in Atlanta, perhaps in Chicago, I never thought I would see anything this magnificent, not in my lifetime, in the city of Monroe. They tell me that there's something like about 51 stores. There will probably be, within the next year or so, another 35 to 40 or even more stores that will be opened. I know that there's some that are being opened a little later, or actually in the early fall, September, October. So this is going to be, even though Pecanland Mall is a long way from where it started, there's still a lot that remains to be done. A lot of new stores that will be completed and opened, and it may very well be that it's going to be almost every week there will be an opening of a new store within Pecanland Mall. I enjoyed chatting with the landscape artist a moment ago, the gentleman who was in charge of that, because that is something that is always impressive to me. Not only can they build this magnificent buildings with all of the gorgeous fountains and the great pillars and the great skylights, but I am kind of a nature boy to a certain degree, in that I like to see some of those things that were there before they started pouring concrete and hoisting skylights and air conditioners and putting in roofs and windows. And this was formerly, of course, a large pecan grove. There are still a lot of pecan trees that are still growing in and around Pecanland Mall. You have really got to come out and see it. You simply cannot sit at home and watch a program like this and get any idea of how magnificent, how large this place is. It is absolutely unreal, and I wish it were possible for us to take everyone who is not here, who is watching our program. I wish it were possible for us to give you a 3-hour guided camera tour of everything that is here. And believe me, it would take just about that long to do it. We haven't heard from our friend Randy Pruitt in a few minutes. That the first report, he advised me that he had run into an old friend of his. Randy, I thought you were sort of like me in that most of your old friends aren't with us anymore. What's happening over there where you are?
You rascal, you. You're close, Jack. You're close. He said hi and kept on walking, but he's still with us. I got another good friend here. This is whom I call Cousin Billy Wayne Heckford with NLU Photography Department. Also on the Ouachita Parish Sheriff's Office. You kind of traipsed back and forth and been around here about as much as I have. What do you think? What impresses you most about Pecan Land Mall, Bill?
Well, there's so many shops out here. You got such a selection of everything. There's plenty. If you want to spend your money, there's plenty of places to do it.
Even if you want to just have a good time and come walk around, rub elbows and things, this is a fantastic place.
Yeah, I've seen half the town out here, I believe. Everybody I know and some I don't want to know, and but it's a nice place to be today.
Referring to me. Thank you. Appreciate you dropping by. What is your name?
My name is Kim LaBeouf.
Kim, spell that.
Love, L-A, capital B-A-U-V-E.
Oh, that's a pretty name. What do you think of Pecan Land Mall?
Oh, I think it's lovely. I've been so excited. I've been waiting so long for it to open. It's a lot of fun.
Okay, now you have seen photographs and drawings and things in the newspaper and on television, reports. How does it stack up compared to what you thought it would be?
It's lovely. I thought it would be similar to this, and it's nice. It turned out pretty well.
Okay, you can keep your shopping dollar here in the Arklamis now. You don't have to run over to Jackson or Shreveport, any place like that. What is your name? Come here. Deborah?
Deborah.
Deborah what?
Hunter.
What do you think of Pecan Land Mall?
I love it.
Have you picked out a favorite shop yet?
Yes.
Which one?
McRae's.
McRae's. I think that's going to be a favorite of Minnie's. Have you seen the brand new Pennies down here?
No, I haven't.
They have an escalator. You're going to love it.
I hope so.
Fantastic place to be. Thank you for talking with us, Deborah. Jack, we'll send it back to you. Let us know what's happening at Command Central, if you will.
Okay, Randy, thank you very much. Looks like all of your friends came out. They've kind of got me hemmed in over here. It's a little bit difficult for me to get over and speak to any of the folks who are visitors here. I hope that I will be able to do that before we conclude our program. It appears now that our ribbon cutting ceremony is about to begin, and that I see the mayor and Buddy Herring and the folks representing Architecture Plus. It looks like, I'm not sure whether that's Miss Louisiana or Miss America, but she certainly is beautiful, and she's wearing a crown, so she's missed something or other. They're getting up on the stage, on the platform, where the ribbon cutting ceremonies are. So I will be watching that at the same time that I am chatting briefly with you folks at home. We will swing around and pick up the ribbon cutting ceremony. A good friend of mine just walked by, and I hoped I could catch your eye, Golly Whitlow, who is representing the Muscular Dystrophy Association, and she is our local regional manager. And, of course, you know, we're not that far away from our annual Jerry Lewis Labor Day Telethon. I hope that I might be able to get her up here and chat with her just for a moment about some of the big things that are coming up over Labor Day. Maybe we can do that before we leave the air. I mentioned a few figures earlier at the very beginning of the program for the benefit of any of you folks. I'm getting conflicting hand signals over here. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do. I believe it appears that the ribbon cutting ceremony is beginning. We'll